Greetings and welcome to Business Ethics for the spring semester 2021. My name is Dr. Timothy Peters. I'm the professor for this course. I used to be the Dean of the School of Professional Studies at Concordia, which at one time was also joined with the School of Business, which now the BAL program is part of. So everything makes a circle and we're all back home. I currently live in Colorado, in Loveland, Colorado, about a mile north of Denver. My wife and I retired here about 3 years ago. She was a professor in the School of Education. We are truly enjoying Colorado. You can contact me by phone, which is on the syllabus. You can contact me by email through the CUI email system. I'm pretty prompt at getting back within 24 hours or less. But let's talk a little bit about this course as we welcome you to this experience. I ask you to please be on time for our first class and to make sure that your video works. We are using Zoom. I'm sure you've done that before. You may mute your mic once we get in, but I do want to see your faces and hear you, so we will do some encounters, some exchanges in those first few minutes. We begin on Monday, January 11th, and you have your first live session, as I said, on January 13th. We're going to meet at 6 p.m. Pacific time, which is 7 p.m. for me in Colorado. If this is a major conflict for anybody, please let me know. I'm not opposed to adjusting the time, but that's the time I've typically used for this course and seems to work for most people. I do ask you that you read at least chapter 1 and possibly chapter 3, which I will tell you right now is probably the most challenging chapter of the textbook because it really lays out in very deep detail the theories of ethics that we're going to be discussing. I'll be honest, when I chose this book, I probably read that chapter 3 times before I really felt like I grasped everything that was in there. So don't be frustrated with chapter 3. We're going to spend a lot of time in our first live session kind of talking through those different ethical theories. There are many ethical theories out there today, but this book and in our class, we've chosen the ones that are there that really do a good job of fitting what ethics is all about, both in business as well as in life. So you need to order your book early. I sent out a letter on the 29th, I believe, with the book order form. I had an incorrect information in that letter on your course pack from Harvard, and I sent out another email on the 30th. Which has that corrected information so you can get your course back in time for the book. Business ethics is a lot more than just doing what is right. Sometimes people even think business ethics is sort of an oxymoron because businesses by their nature seem to be, in some people's mind, although not in all, unethical. That's could be further from the truth. Business is very ethical and can be very profitable if it's ethical. But we want to take a look at some of the theories as to how people make decisions in business. Because I hope you'll be able to understand by the end of this course, or early into this course even, not only the business you work for and how they do things ethically and what their strategy might be, but maybe the things that motivate you in being an ethical person, the way you make decisions. We're going to talk about that a lot the first night. The major project in this book is a group project, which is going to be a review of a company and an ethical dilemma or issue that they faced. Again, we'll talk about that much more on Wednesday, but we're going to look at an ethical situation. We're going to examine that. We're going to look at ways to look at that problem. We're going to look at alternatives to that problem, and you're going to make a presentation. We'll talk about how the groups will work at that time, how you'll write your final paper, but you'll do a group project as a presentation, but you'll all write individual papers. So hopefully that clarifies that a little bit, although like I said, we'll go into it a lot more that night. Until that time, I wish you a blessed 2021, and I'm looking forward to meeting all of you on the 21st. I'll probably send out one more email before class. I like to try to collect a little information about students, and that helps me to get to know the class a little better. Until then, have a blessed day, and I'm looking forward to meeting you. Goodbye.